Hello, welcome to Living in OWERRI channel. I'm going to run a quick intro of this channel just in case this is the first time you are coming across this channel. This channel is solely for you if you are intending on moving to OWERRI, living in OWERRI, buying or renting or selling a landed property in OWERRI, whether you're a first-time buyer or a pro buyer, whether you're a first-time investor or a pro investor. This channel is definitely for you, and it's going to give you everything you need to know about what it looks like to live or invest or have a business in OWERRI. My name is Chinecherem P Uzoma. I am a realtor in the southeastern part of Nigeria in OWERRI precisely, and I am going to be sharing with you on this video what 10 to 15 million naira can get for you in OWERRI. I've gotten this kind of question a lot, so I decided to come and share with you guys on YouTube, my YouTube buddies, right? So what can 10 to 15 million naira get you in OWERRI in terms of a land or a landed property, whatever it might be? So stick with me on this video. I'm going to be sharing with you explicitly what this budget can get you in OWERRI. Let's dive in. Okay, so stick with me right about now. We are diving in. So I've gotten this question so many times. Even recently, a client of mine from the United States in diaspora, actually that's United States, was actually asking me a question similar to this, a particular budget, what can you get for her in Imo State, in OWERRI, right? So I decided to come here to answer this question. So I'm going to list three ways you can use this kind of budget to make a reasonable return on investment in OWERRI, and then focus on one for this video. In subsequent videos, I might explain the remaining two. So stick with me and don't go anywhere. Okay, so one is rental, 2 is partnership investing, 3 is land banking. Rental is you could use this kind of budget, that's 10 to 15 million naira. You could use this sort of budget to probably buy some stores in some suburban areas of OWERRI. Not necessarily, because in the heart of the town, everything concerning landed property or real estate in the heart of the town, that's within OWERRI as is pretty expensive, and this kind of budget might not really do much for you. But in the suburban areas, you could use it to get some stores and fix them up, or probably buy 1 or 2 blocks of flat, of 2-bedroom flat or self-contained in an already existing building, and then rent out and make annual or monthly rental income from this investment. This is one way. I will explain in detail in a subsequent video. If you'd want me to do so, write it in the comment section so that I will know. Then secondly, like I said, this partnership investing, you could use this budget to reach out to persons or maybe your group of friends who wish to invest in real estate and say, okay, I don't really necessarily have much money, but I have 10 to 15 million to partner. What kind of investment can we go for? And probably you guys can come together, maybe a group of 3 or 4 or 5 can come together and go for an investment worth hundreds of millions, and then you get a share depending on the amount of money you put in. So it could be fixing up a property, a total property. It could be buying up an apartment that is maybe 6 units of 2-bedroom flats, and then flipping it after some years, after like 3 to 5 years. But within these 3 to 5 years, it could be a rental property that will be yielding income. So while it's yielding income, your percentage is there, and after 3 to 5 years, you will still make a reasonable amount of money from the initial investment you put in. This is one example. It's not a broader view, but the one I'm going to be dwelling on today is land banking, or investment in an empty, undeveloped land. So this one is the meat of today, and this one is the meat of this video. So there are so many ways you could use this one to make a lot of money if your budget is 10 to 15 million. So, and I'm going to be discussing some places, some areas, and in OWERRI, and what this budget can get you in these specific areas in OWERRI. Don't go anywhere. We are diving right in. So I'm going to be talking about OWERRI. If you are not familiar with these places, you can look them up on your Google map, or you could go to some previous videos of mine. There are some video tours I did around some of these areas, like OWERRI, Aziz, OWERRI, Aziz. There are some video tour, Google map tours I did. You can go to my other videos and you get them and watch them for yourself. That's if you are not so familiar with these areas. So OWERRI, Aziz, what can 10 to 15 million naira get you in OWERRI? What it can actually get you is basically just one plot. I'm just going to be like open with you. OWERRI has fast developed. OWERRI has so many social amenities, so many infrastructural developments, so many companies, then residential apartments are uncountable in this area currently. So this place is basically a town currently. I don't even attribute our address OBs as a suburban area currently. I see OBs as an urban area. So as a result of that, they are the return on investment, the rate at which properties are sold in this area has increased over the years, and as a result of that, the prices of properties in these areas, landed properties, empty lands, has also skyrocketed. So with 10 to 15 million, you could barely get probably just one plot of land in OBs. That's the best they can do for you currently in 2025. So I'm going to talk about Oji. Oji as is well. The chances are that you might not be able to get even a plot of land for this budget at Oji as is, but then with due diligence and intentional searching for a period of time, you have to exercise patience, and you have to you have to negotiate better for you to be able to use this kind of amount to get a property in Oji. And it will definitely be in the outskirts of Oji, in the outskirts of Oji that has common boundaries with some underdeveloped areas or villages like Bieri, Aziz, and what have you. So these are the areas you can probably use this budget to get at least a plot of land. So how about Onitsha Aziz, Onitsha Road Aziz? Well, Onitsha Road Aziz, you could get, yes, you could get more than one plot for this budget, especially if you are now looking at entering the major suburbs along the Aziz like Ndegu, Amako, Hilby, all those Aziz. If you are entering those Aziz, yes, you could get a good number of plots because those places are still coming up. So you could see some plots so that 950,000 per plot, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million respectively in this area as I mentioned now. So with this budget, you could get yourself at least within the range of 4 to 10 plots of land in this Aziz. So it is definitely a good location to look at if you are looking at getting more numbers of plots with this kind of budget in OWERRI. So how about Oforola and Umuokane Aziz? Well, Oforola has a common boundary with Obinze, and that place is like the hub of upcoming suburban development along Obinze Aziz. So if you are looking to buy a property in a neighboring area to one of the fastest developing suburban areas in OWERRI, which is the Obinze Aziz, then Oforola is definitely a good option for you. And the truth of the matter is that in Oforola, there are some places that plots are sold for 10 million per plot, some places 7 million. But in the outskirts, that's in between Oforola and Umuokane Aziz, you could get some plots of land for 3 to 5 million naira per plot. So with this budget, you could get from 1 plot to 3 plots of land in this area with this kind of budget, with the budget of 10 to 15 million naira. So it is also a good option. In fact, we have some estates that are selling in this area currently that will definitely make you rich, and most of them are at a pre-launch price. So if you are open to looking at such opportunities, you could write me a private message or drop it on the comment section, and you'll be reached out to by my team so that you could go ahead and make a good investment decision. Somebody will be asking, how about New OWERRI? Well, to be frank with you, in New OWERRI Aziz, you cannot get a plot of land within this budget. You cannot get an empty land within this budget. Most properties along this neighborhood, because this is one of the most developed areas in the city of OWERRI, so you cannot get a property within this budget. So if it's New OWERRI you are looking at with this budget, it's a no, right? And how about Avu Aziz? Avu Aziz are along Port Harcourt Road. As if you are going to Obinze too, you get Avu before you connect to Obinze. So Avu is also, you can get at least a plot with this budget. You can get barely a plot if you do your due diligence and maybe you negotiate effectively. You have a professional that can help you negotiate well with a seller. You could get, but chances are that you might not even get a plot with this budget currently in Avu in 2025. If you enjoyed this video, which I know you definitely did, then you are going to also like, and you are going to enjoy the video. I'm going to drop the link on the info of this current video, so you could go and click on the link. When is the best time to invest in a landed property? When is the best time to invest in a landed property? I explained succinctly what the pros and cons. When will you invest in a landed property and you get maximum return? I answered that question in that video. The link is on the info of this video. You can click on it and watch for yourself. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That is the free way you can support me on this channel as I bring you information. And if there is any question at all you have, and any video or any content you want me to make as regards a question you have in your mind, you could drop it on the comments. I'll pick it up, and I promise you I am going to shoot a content answering that question for you. Have a wonderful day ahead. Till we meet again. CP.